Well, we have a 3-year truce here with the Mamluks, and I think that it is about time we started planning on our gains over here in Egypt. So that is what we're going to do today. But I do have a little bit of news for you guys, and I hope that this message in this video finds you well. Hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be wrapping up this campaign. Sadly, the interest for this campaign has just been super low. I was thinking that I've had a lot of requests to play the Ottomans, and I did, and nobody's watching it. Literally like half of the normal viewership I have is watching these series. So we're gonna call this series today, but I really do hope that you've taken more away from this campaign than you may have expected. I hope that you're able to learn, because that really does mean a lot to me. I really do try to make content that you guys appreciate, and that's why I'm stopping this one, was because I want to make sure that I'm reaching as many people as I can. Obviously, I want to get views, but at the end of the day, it's about making sure that I'm reaching the audience that wants to watch what I'm making. And if my views are lower on this campaign than on a previous campaign, that tells me that I need to change the campaign up. So hopefully you guys understand. I do hate to wrap up a campaign before my original planned time, but yes. So missionary strength is fine. Let's go with you. We're already converting a bunch of stuff, which is good. Pick up our next heir, because Ottoman government is overpowered. 445, yes please, Mahmoud. You have an idea cost guy as well, not bad. 15 years at a time on tech, because innovative is an overpowered idea group. Don't try to tell me otherwise, because I'll tell you, you don't know what you're talking about, or you're a liar. September, all right. So let's have this stat come over here. Truce with England is over. Oh no, anyways. Go with legalism, no big deal. But yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind taking a moment and leaving a comment down below and let me know what your favorite part of the campaign has been, and what sort of campaigns you'd like to see. Generally, I like to stick mostly to Europe. But if there's certain achievements that you have in mind, especially ones that are based out of Europe, if you want to go over to my Twitch account, my twitch.tv/Chewyshoot, and type ! achievements, you'll actually get a list of what the achievements that I have. And so if you want to take a moment to do that and come back here, leave a comment. Let me know what achievement you see that I don't have that maybe you would like to see me get. And I tend to not really be too keen on the super complicated ones, like the really big ones like True Air and 3 Mountains. Those are ones that if I even go for them, we're going to do it on stream, because they take way too much effort to do it for a YouTube series. Right, I forgot to core this stuff up. Oopsies. We've converted most of this stuff over here, so we can unstate this, which is good. And I can add this guy here to the trade company. We can upgrade it after we dev it a few times. There we go. That's more trade. Look at this. 59 roughly. 59 and a half. Just from that right there. Oh, we also got to make sure you're building these investments, because they definitely pay themselves off. There we go. So that's 400 ducats, and we're going to go from 39.6 up to 39.9 roughly. So very good. Our truce is up over here. Wait, no, it's not. What am I thinking? September of 44. Oopsies. I was thinking it was 43. So yes, we're going to do this war, and we'll probably walk through a couple more things, and we're going to call this up, this campaign. But again, like I said, I hope that you guys are understanding of that. It's not that I didn't want to do it at all. It's I've loved this campaign, and I've poured a lot of time into it, especially with the episodes being a little longer than my usual. And I hope you guys are appreciative of that as well. Let's see here. Yep, get a little bit of faster spy network with those lads. That's fine with me. Free mana, very good. Nice thing to have when you're way ahead of time on all your techs. Speaking of, let's turn off their development edicts if you don't. No point in spending the money on them. Sure. There we go. Truce is over. Before they join my coalition, we attack. And We can call Tunis in. It's fine with me. I'll even give them some land if they want it. We'll go for Sinai, just because it's right here. Here's its capital in Cairo. Get on it. Barrage it. Siege it down within, you know, a couple of months. Very good. Split these guys and carpet siege them down. I'll give that fort to Transylvania because we get his defensiveness. But that's it. Look at that. We're at 40% war score, and it's been like 4 months. That's pretty nuts, right? That is pretty nuts. Who are the allies? Marahan, who's down here. We can get down there, no problem. Not bad at all. Here we go. And we'll get down and siege down Marahan, get them out of here. Because in this war, I'm going to take this, of course, border purposes. And then we're going to take all of this. Tunis is occupying this for himself over here, which is a little annoying. So maybe I won't give them anything. Really? More than 100% war score. How much dev is Cairo? 27 dev. That's nuts. All right. Well, I guess that's the peace deal we're taking. No exceptions. No refunds. Not bad, though. I don't plan to send all these men down, just half. Siege down Marahan. Have these guys split up over here just so we can make sure that they don't get up that way. Yep, make sure your navy is docked up when you're not using them because there's no reason to have them out like that. As soon as we peace out Marahan, we're at 100% peace deal. Now, I have no claims over here on any of these guys. Now, what I would recommend would be building spy network on these lads to try to start cleaning up these borders over here and maximize the amount of trade that you're able to steer into these areas. I should have upgraded this one. The reason why I'm using admin to dev this is because it's territories. So, there's no downside to it. These siege ticks. I hope... Oh my gosh. The sieges that we've seen in this campaign have been nuts. And let me know if you'd like, because I can upload this save file to my Discord if you would like, and you guys can use that to, you know, continue if you'd like. I used to do it, but then nobody would ever download them, so I quit uploading them. But I would be happy to. Nice. Lose a stab. Lose a stab, buy a stab. Easy enough, right? Or use your excess admin to whatchamacallit? To dev, like they say. So I'm going to yoink that dev there. We're going to add you to the trade company. Upgrade you. Upgrade you. And that should help our income out quite a bit. 63.4, but so 60, that's good. The reason why it was higher was because we had all this occupied, so we had a lot more trade because we were occupying it in the war. But there we go. How about that? I know it's kind of funny because in real life, the Ottomans destroyed the Mamluks in like one war, and they completely full annexed them. Oh, whoa! What is this? Protector of the Pilgrimage, really? Following the spectacularly successful Mamluk campaign, Selim I accepted the homage of Sharif of Mecca and adopted the title Servant of the Two Holy Places, pledging to protect the security of the pilgrims traveling to Mecca and Medina. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. It's a nice flavor event, and it's 400 admin mana is nuts. But yeah, you can see we haven't had any admin issues. So admin tech, admin ideas is not super useful early on. You don't need it. You 100% do not need it early as the Ottomans. This between innovativeness, so we have 10% tech cost. So we save 60 admin per round of tech. We have 20% core creation cost. So that's 20% admin off on coring, as well as once you stack up your innovativeness, 10% all power cost. Then if you pop your golden era early, which I tend to wait and take it and pop my golden era later in the game, especially if you're playing super wide. Like right now, this would be a very easy world conquest. It would be very easy. I'm not going to do it because I'm not personally a fan of world conquests, but you could if you wanted to. And like I said, if you'd like, I can leave the save linked in the description here. But yeah, so that was pretty straightforward, right? Now, As far as what we would do after this, I think the next idea group would probably be a quantity that would allow you to build up a big, large army. A lot of people don't know this, but whenever a coalition is not guaranteed to always form. A coalition will form if they feel that you are weak and they feel like they can beat you. Like Venice left my coalition because they were like, oh shoot, yeah, but there's no way. This would be suicide, right? So that's always something you got to consider. Let's integrate these guys. Oh, it's gonna take a long time. There's a nice trick that you can do. As long as they're loyal, you can basically do whatever you want. So once you begin the annexation process, you can yoink their dev. It raises their liberty desire and their loyalty, lowers their loyalty, but it was going to be done in 65. I think it said 64. Now it would be done in 60. So we just trimmed a bunch of time off of their annexation. You can also maximize that by getting a Diplo rep guy, which I will fish for a Diplo rep guy because Diplo rep guys improve your annexation speed quite a bit. Up to level 3 is fine. And then you can also click this mission here, which is to annex subjects 15% cheaper. Generally, you want to wait and use that in the late game so you can annex your big, massive vassals 15% cheaper. But it still applies here. And then look at that, 54. So we just cut a ton of time off that, which is really good. Now, as far as other vassals, Crimea, you know, we could annex Crimea. I think I'll annex Crimea. We don't really need them anymore, so we'll annex Crimea as well. Now, we also are way ahead of time on tech still, so we should look at some dev. So let's dev these two states here again. Again, you basically go from the cheapest one, so there we go. 28 is really solid, very cheap. And all this dev that you're doing here will directly tie back into your economy because the production efficiency is nice, but even better yet is you get boosts to your goods produced. So we go from 57 up to, I bet it's over 60. Yep, 59.3. So plus the production. Look how much money we're making from production now versus tax. And even then, at this point, it's been long enough that we can do that a little bit. So then it's like every once in a while, you're reaping the benefits of the admin points that you spent earlier on in deving. So take a look at that. So I'm also going to take a moment here to click this button. Might as well click that button as well. Create a grand fleet, sure. Dominate trade, sure. Oh, expand overseas even. Goodness gracious. Trade efficiency and global trade power, that's nice. So build a treasury. If we just wait a month or two, we can get that one as well. And that will give us some inflation reduction. So these missions are nice. Those are all vanilla missions. National tax modifier. Oh, big whoop. Very good. Click that button there. And then build manufactories, which is exactly what we're going to be doing. Let's go for discipline. That's fine. I'm going to let these guys sit at level 1 for now. Wow, these guys are so cheap, actually. Wow, that is so cheap. Do we need the inflation reduction guy? We don't. We definitely don't. So let's go with a level 1 guy. National tax, I guess. He'll basically pay his own wages, so to speak. And then I guess we can dev a little bit of admin over here. We don't need to, but I think I've spent some over here by accident. That was not appropriate, but that's okay. Very good. And now we want to take all the money that we have and spend it on manufactories, specifically manufactories in your home node. Because what this does is this increases the amount of goods produced in your home node that will be collected by you because most of it is staying in your home node. So these buildings are super, super useful, very powerful. So I'm just looking for the most expensive ones in my home node. There you go. And then over time, matter of fact, I would actually even recommend it. Let's go indebted to the burgers, because what this does is this will allow us to build a ton of these at one time, and it will amplify. So build that there, there. And you can build them upstream as well. I'm just prioritizing my home node because that's where most of our trade power is coming from, where we have the most trade power, rather. So Crimea, like this one here, I will not build that because we're not steering that much over here. There's still quite a bit that's sitting here or going upstream. So like this one here's a good one. This is all Carpathia, so it's not worth. Wouldn't do it there. 5-8 is good. 6-1 is good. I may be missing a thing or two, but it's fine. 4-8, 4-8, 4-2. There you go. So all those guys will get done, and since they're burger loans, they're super low interest, so we're not worried about, you know, that. And then this state over here has been converted, so we're good there. And yeah, how about it? That's pretty good, right? Cairo and all that stuff has been converted, or cored up rather. And there's quite a bit of trade that we're steering through, but I'm also going to go with the production efficiency and goods produced. That will increase our trade income even more. And then, as you can see here, the construction time cuts a year off that, because I believe it, or maybe even a little bit more, because I think it's 5 years, I believe. So Spain has formed. Let's see. Ah, good. Spain formed and they did not release Aragon, and they would be my ally even. Oh, that's pretty nuts. Let's ally Spain. No reason not to, right? We have the Diplo slot. Might as well. That also will help prevent any coalitions from firing. At this point, they're not going to because we're big enough. But if they could, you know. Where are these rebels at? I don't care. We're good. Well, let's get over there and make sure that we are not letting the rebels siege them down, because the rebels will actually keep you from annexing them, or maybe not. I don't know. It's strange sometimes. England has laid a claim to Austria. Oh no 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 no. Wait, I think that happened a while ago, but that's really funny. Base manpower in Adern. I'll just get some admin dev over there. Yeah, this is fine with me. A couple of admin clicks, no big deal. But yeah, now you can see we're going to be making lots of money, and even better yet, once these guys get built up, our trade income will go up to like 80 a month, per month. And that means all these buildings that we built will be paid off in no time. No time flat. Legal error, no. Yeah, definitely not. 303 is not nearly as good as Mahmoud here, the 445. So we're going to go with him. An embezzler. Filthy creature. So yes, I would save this guy until absolutism comes around, because the harsh treatment cost allows you to raise up your your absolutism quickly. So yes, conquering all this land over here is something that we would like to do ASAP. Once you conquer Egypt, you get a bunch of claims on the rest of you know, peak Ottoman Empire. So what is this one? Hejaz? Right. Okay. Alasa. Right. So I must have missed that in this last war. Why is Yas? I'm allied to Yas? That was an accident. I did not mean to do that. Oman looking good as well. But yeah, I don't have a navy, so I wouldn't even be able to get onto Bahrain. So I'm not going to worry about them. We're just going to ride it out. Basically, I want to show you guys... Yeah, sure. Get you some prestige. Basically, I just want to show you guys how cool it is to build a bunch of manufacturers and how strong they are, because they're nuts. All right, printing press is here. Now, we're only 7 years ahead of time on tech. If we were going to dev it, we'd probably want to dev it like right here in Silistre, because it would spread via C tile. So let's do that there. This is fine. And it will spread on its own. Printing press does, that is. You see, we are getting it in Constantinople, but it's still pretty slow. If you just dev it up, it'll get there way quicker. And, you know, there's no real reason not to dev it. A little bit of admin money there. Pay off a couple of loans. But yeah, those manufacturers we built alone, look at this. 38, 34. We already have more than 44, and now it's going to go up even more. So we're also going to lose some stab for literally no reason. So like all that stuff just adds up to be... Tunis is preparing to attack the Knights. Have the Knights popped out of Malta? They did. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. And we'll just repay our loans. Just like that, we've already paid off 2 of them. Gold is a sign of nobility. I'll give the Merchant Guild some land, that's fine. Turn around and immediately take it from them. Actually, no, because I want to make sure that we have our dev cost up here. So we're going to do that a couple of times first. And you definitely don't need a dev printing press usually. It's just I don't plan on fighting any more wars in this campaign, so we're just gonna have some fun with it. See what we can do. Now, possibly I should have probably devved it here. I don't know. The extra dev cost from the cloth may be worth that extra 10%. It's hard to say. But yeah, this will be good because then we'll get it here. It'll spread very quickly to Constantinople. With it, it'll go like very high because it scales based off of the amount of dev you have in that province. We're losing so much Diplo. Right, I'm also focused on admin, which is inappropriate. You should not have that. Also get these guys up to level 3 as well. Keep repaying your loans as well. We got level 3 advisors across the board. We're still making 55 ducats a month. You can see we're definitely number one. Number one by two times, and we're allied to number 2. And number 3, we destroy at will. Hungary has been released as a march from Austria. Really? I'm not sure about that one. That is probably one of those issues that we were having with 1.31, where the AI keeps releasing nations for no reason because they're over their governing capacity. All right, let's turn these guys off edict as well. And then we're almost done with this one. One more click, and we should be able... it'll probably be 2 more clicks, but that's okay. Look at all that admin dev. Does that make you guys uncomfortable? But trade protection against Austria. So our truce with Austria is over, huh? Is it over? It is over. So who you allied to? Yeah, still all these people. I can't be asked. I cannot be asked to do it. I would consider it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll just take the cash. Generally, if you do the collect the benefits over time, it's better. But I don't care. Let's also turn off our forts and turn our army maintenance down. Let us maximize our income, at least for a minute. All right, so click that button there, click that button there. Now look how much we're getting, almost 11 per month, which is nuts. Because once it spreads there, then it'll spread very quickly to Adern as well. We're almost done integrating Croatia as well. Once we're done integrating Croatia, we'll start integrating Crimea. Well, oh crap, his capital's occupied, so we're not making progress on his annexation. That's annoying. All right, let's turn our army maintenance up and get our lads down there. Oh, they collapsed. Never mind. We're good. Now we'll start making progress again. So make sure that they're loyal. They're at 7%. I'll pay off his debts. And then we will yoink some dev. And that will mean we will annex him much quicker. Which is good, and that will tick down over time, so it doesn't matter. As long as they are loyal, when you start the annexation process, it will not cancel. It is impossible to cancel the annexation process. If they go over 50 Liberty Desire, you will not make progress, but it will not cancel it. So all you need to do is get them loyal again. That's it. It's real straightforward. Sure, I'll go with the prestige guy. Sounds good, man. How we doing on these buildings as well? So the manufactories are built. We're up to 81 ducats a month in ink trade income. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Turn our army maintenance off. We're making 110 ducats a month. We have 49 ducats in our node base mostly. So with 0 trade income from over there. Now, if we wanted to, if we could get into Persia here, look at Ardabil popping off. If we got into Persia and more into Crimea, we would be able to get some serious trade income. So for example, if I were to buy that guy down and make sure he's loyal and then divert his trade, we'll steer a bit more trade to our capital here. There you go. And yeah, we definitely could spawn global trade. It would be pretty easy in my opinion, especially if we could get some trade from over here. Look how much trade is sitting in Persia that we could steal from. It'd be really easy. All right, let's we should probably be focused on this embracing institution. So now you can see it's spreading in all these provinces over here, and these are all pretty high dev. You take a look at the dev. Anything that's lighter than dark red is going to have a little bit of dev here. So as soon as it gets into Adern here, it'll be much easier to embrace. So it's not always best to just click it as soon as you can. Sometimes it's best to just sit back and wait. A few of these provinces are going to be probably just Adern, honestly. But yeah, very useful. Also turn off that edict because it's, you know, expensive. No reason to be paying for it. Integration is a slow process. Very good. Since you get free cores on your vassal's land, you might as well core it up. You could yoink the dev again if you want. I'm not going to do it because the dev is nice. I want to have the dev. And those forts, this fort over here would communicate with this one here. This fort is not necessarily very good because it's a grasslands fort, but that's a lot of land to just let the enemy siege down, so I probably wouldn't do it. But another thing you can do is once you get to a certain point, you can start converting your lands over here. We don't convert this lands because we start the game with the guaranteed dhimmi autonomy. So what you can do is you can yoink that, and then that will allow you to convert all that stuff. So let's do it. There's no reason not to. I think we could actually get in a missionary guy. So we'll do that as well. And build a couple more buildings over here. Production efficiency is just nice because you do a lot of production dev throughout the game. Some manpower is really good as well. I'll max out our manpower. Manpower wins you the game. At the end of the day, manpower really is what's going to win you the game. We have some rebels over here. Where do I have separatist rebels? Did I see separatist rebels? Oh, really? What are you guys doing over there, huh? We have no morale. I don't know if that army will actually win that. This is an experiment. Ah, we lost. That's funny. I wonder if they'll go back after... Will they go back? They're not, really. Interesting. Very interesting. Crimea is now disloyal. No, you're not going to be disloyal. I'll pay off your debt, and you'll be thankful. And you will like it. You will like it. Yes. All right. I think that's probably a good place to call it. I didn't want to have like a super short episode. I was hoping to annex Crimea, but this guy here is actually going to be super useful, though Adern is not the true faith. But yes, lads, I hope that you enjoyed the campaign. I really genuinely do. I had some fun with it. I wish that there was more interest in it than there was. I know that a lot of people are really into the guides, like the do this, click this, go here, click this province here, do this. That is not me. I'm not about that life. I want you to play the game how you want to play it. And that's no knock on guides. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch guides. If you're trying to learn the game, guides like guides by Ludi, Radio Rez's old guides, like those are very good stuff, especially if you are a poopy newbie and you have no skills and you need to learn. Definitely check that stuff out. But I really think that the best way to learn is to play the game. Play the game and fail, because I am not that good at this game. I used to be way worse at the game than I am now. I have a lot of time in the game and I have gotten a lot better at it. That's only the real way to get better, is to play it. You learn from your mistakes, not from your successes. So if you fail and you fail, that's where you need to sort of understand, why am I doing what I'm doing? What could I do differently to get, and should I expect a different outcome if I do it differently, right? But anyways, yes, I'm going to show you guys the timeline real quick so we can see what our initial moves were. We took Kosovo and we annexed these guys. And initially we were very quick to expand early on. And then we started making our way up here. We annexed Serbia in their entirety over here. Dolkadir was a vassal. We used Reconquest to get them lots of clay over here. We annexed these guys. And then I believe we full annexed Bosnia as well. And then in our next war, we took war down here, and then we released these two guys. Crimea was a march. And then we sat it around for a little bit, took Transylvania. So you can see we grew very quickly, very fast. Annexed down here, and then Austria annexed Hungary. And then soon after that, we took all of this state here from them. And not bad, right? And then we're just cleaning stuff up. So like I said, you know, we haven't done much in the last like 10 years because I've mostly been chatting with you guys and walking you through a couple of things. But what you need to do is play the game, play on Iron Man, do not save scum, and you will get better at the game. It's the best way to do it. Put the time in, and if you put the time in, you will learn. But I hope that I was able to help you guys out in some way, shape, or form. This is something a little different from what I usually do. So if you guys want to show your support and leave a like on the video, I do appreciate it a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. Join my Discord, subreddit, Twitter. They're all linked in the description below. And if you have it within your means, support me over at Patreon. It's also linked in the description. Patreon support's huge. It really is what allows me to do what I do. And it's the reason why I'm able to make the campaigns that I do every single day for you guys. But that's all I got for you for today, though. This is Chewyshoot, and I will catch you guys later.